My name is Antonio Cesare, coming to you live from Walpole Middle School. Yes, Walpole Middle School, for today's varsity baseball matchup between your Walpole Timberwolves and the visiting Wildcats from Milton. Walpole enters this matchup with a 7-7 record, looking to bounce back after a tough 6-0 loss to Milton on Monday. Interestingly, the Timberwolves actually opened their season with a win over those same Braintree Womps, taking the opener 4-2. With only a few games left, Walpole is hoping to finish strong and build some momentum heading into the postseason. Today's opponent, the Milton Wildcats, sit just behind Walpole in the Bay State Conference power ranking, which were just updated this morning. Walpole currently holds the number 6 spot, and while Milton is number 7. That edge is slim, and today's game could play a big role in shaping the final regular season standings. Walpole dropped from number 4 spot in the power rankings after going 1-2 last week with a win over Newton North and losses to both Weymouth and Braintree. The two teams have been trading the number 1 power ranking spot in the conference over the past 2 weeks. The last time these two teams met were back in April, where Milton edged Walpole in a close 3-2 contest at Milton. In that game, Walpole's pitching held its own. Mike St. Martin threw 3 innings and 2 hits, 1 earned run, and a strikeout, while DiGiulio tossed 3 solid innings with 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, and 1 earned run. On offense, Harrington went 2 for 4 with a double and a run, while Paul Whalen added an RBI with a hit and a walk, and McNeil drove in a run, going 1 for 3. So it's all on the line this afternoon. Walpole looking for redemption against these Milton Wildcats, and with playoff implications in the air, only one is going. This will be a good matchup, and only one will win. So there's only one thing left to say, everybody. Let's play ball. It's going to be number 14, Mike St. Martin, will be your starting pitcher today. So we enter the top of the first, and here we go. And the first pitch from St. Martin. It's in there for a strike, and this game's underway. So leading off for the Milton Wildcats is number 5, Harry Hinkle. Hinkle. And he took strike 1. That's low in the dirt. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. And just gets it in there for strike 2. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch coming from Mike St. Martin. High pop up. Back goes the first baseman, and it's just gonna foul out of play. So that was the first baseman was number 17, Richie Hayes, playing first base and getting the foul ball out of place. So the count is still 1-2 to Harry Hinkle, and here comes again, and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. So St. Martin gets the strikeout. That's his first. 1 down here in the top of the first. So now coming up to bat for the Milton Wildcats will be number 13, Scott Longo. And just missed a bit inside for ball 1. High fly to center field. Back goes the center fielder to the track, and he got it. What a catch out there in center field. That was Quinn McNeil out in center field with an unbelievable catch. And that's 2 down here in the top of the first. That was a bullet coming off the bat, and that was a great run and catch by Quinn McNeil. So 2 down here in the top of the first, and Milton is it's already 2 quick outs here in the top of the first. Takes it in there for a strike. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss, and it looks like the ball, it looks like it hit the umpire right in the chest, and he's in a bit of discomfort. So up to bat for Milton was looks like number 7, I guess the number 17. Trying to figure out who's up to bat for Milton. So the pitch looked like a fastball that got fouled and right off the umpire, and the umpire looks like he's gonna be okay. You don't ever want to see that, an umpire taking a ball right to the chest there. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from St. Martin. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Mike St. Martin with 2 strikeouts on so far, and that will do it for Milton in the top of the first. We head now to the bottom of the first. So on the mound today for the Milton Wildcats, we have number 17, Scott Longo, on the mound. So leading off for the Walpole Timberwolves, we have number 10, Cass Cantrell. And he takes it inside for ball 1. And it looks like the Walpole players are cheering on their guys every time they're on the bat, and you can hear them from right up here. Just missed low for ball 2. So count 2-0 to Scott Cantrell. And it's in there for strike 1. So count 2-1. And that misses for ball 4. So Cash Cantrell takes the 4-pitch walk. So Cantrell at first base, and now up to bat for your Walpole Timberwolves will be third baseman number 6, Paul Whalen. And it misses inside for ball 2. And that's in there for a strike. So count 2-1 to the Walpole's third baseman. Cantrell takes his lead. Here comes the pitch. In there for strike 2. So Scott Longo evens the count at 2-2. So after throwing 2 straight balls, he throws back-to-back strikes. So to count 2-2, Cantrell takes his lead. Longo set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Down goes Paul Whalen on strikes. So Paul Whalen strikes out, and that's 1 down here in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, yeah. So Scott Cantrell still at first base. And now up to bat for your Walpole Timberwolves will be center fielder, number 9, Quinn McNeil. McNeil takes it, ball one. And just misses high again for ball two. So count 2 balls, no strikes to the Walpole center fielder. Cantrell takes his lead. So let's see if McNeil gets a green light at 2-0. And it's in there for a strike. So count 2-0 to Cass Cantrell. So 2-1 count to Quinn McNeil. The pitch, throwback, and throws on time. So it looks like Scott Longo really is keeping a good eye on Cantrell there to make sure he doesn't run and escape. So here comes the 2-1 pitch to McNeil. Swing and a miss. And now the count's even at 2-2. And swing and a miss. Down goes McNeil. So that's back-to-back strikeouts for Scott Longo after the leadoff walk, and that's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. So now batting for the Timberwolves will be number 5, the DH, Cole Pileski. Pileski, line drive right back to Longo. He'll throw on the first, and that will do it. So after the leadoff walk, he gets Longo gets 2 strikeouts and gets the ground ball. So we're through 1 inning of baseball so far. Still no score as we head to the top of the second. Well, Milton up to bat here. Mikey St. Martin back on the mound for the Timberwolves. He's got 2 strikeouts so far. So first up to bat for the Milton Wildcats will be number 11, Ryan Kelly. Kelly takes it, strike 1. So at first base for Walpole we got Richie Hayes at first base. We have Paul Whalen at third, and it's in there for strike 2. We got Cass Cantrell on left, Quinn McNeil in center, Shane Harrington playing first base, Ryan McDonald at second, Jackson Marshall out in right, and catching for St. Martin is Cantrell. And just misses in there for a ball. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Kelly. So that's 3 strikeouts now for Mike St. Martin, and that's 1 down here in the top of the second. So 1 down here in the top of the second. And a high fly ball to center. McNeil going back. He'll make the catch. And that retires number 2, Timmy Cross for Milton, and he goes down quickly on the first pitch and flies out to Quinn McNeil. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. And now batting for Milton is high pop-up coming back towards me, and it's going to go foul out of play. Misses high for a ball. So batting for Milton is number 15, Brady Sturtevant. Batting here. Misses for a ball. Some clouds coming in here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Just miss the ball. That pitch low in the dirt for a ball. And that's going to be ball 4. So that's a walk for. That's the first walk allowed by Mike St. Martin. So a walk on, and now up to bat for Milton as he takes a strike is number 7, Peter Buckley, the junior. So a man on for Milton here as Brady S takes his lead. St. Martin checks the pitch. That's low for ball 1. Count one ball, 1 strike. Walpole hope to look to avenge after they losing to Milton in Milton back in April. So let's see if they're hoping to get some redemption here. And a ground ball lined into center field, a base hit. So that's the first hit given up by St. Martin. And that's going to be a single for Peter Buckley. So after the walk, a single by Peter Buckley, and Milton has 2 men in the scoring position. And there's only one out. There's only two outs in the inning. First pitch in there, for strike 1. St. Martin checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Just misses high for a ball. And a line drive. That's going to be, it can't just get past the right fielder. 1 run's going to come in to score. Here, around third. Here comes Peter Buckley. The run will, and he's going to score. So a 2-run double. A 2-run double. So a 2-run double by the sophomore Teddy Dunn. And just like that, the Milton Wildcats have a 2-0 lead on the Timberwolves. Now batting for Milton, we go back to the top of the order and make it number 17, Jack Naughton, who high pop-up, back goes the shortstop, and he will make the catch. Now make the catch to end the inning, but 2 runs come across the board on a 2-run double by the sophomore Teddy Dunn, and Milton's up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Well, welcome you back. So we're in the bottom of the second. Walpole down 2-0, and now batting for the Timberwolves will be the first baseman, number 17, Richie Hayes. And Hayes takes the first pitch, strike 1. I remember Richie Hayes when he was playing with the freshmen and then JV baseball. I remember him also from the Legion baseball last summer. Definitely an aggressive hitter. You know, doesn't like to ground out or strike out very much. Takes it to first, misses for a ball. So Hayes staying patient here, trying to look for the right pitch to smash. In there for a strike. Count 2-2 to Richie Hayes. And Hayes bloops it, and that's going to be caught by the third baseman. So Hayes lines out, and that's going to be the first out of the bottom of the second. So one down here in the bottom of the second, and now up to bat for the Timberwolves is Shane Harrington. The shortstop swing and a miss for strike one. And it gets foul tipped, and I think that's going to be a strike because it was fouled. It was foul tipped in, and it went off the glove, so that'll be strike two. So count is no balls, 2 strikes to Shane, the shortstop, Shane Harrington. And that's going to be a ball, so count 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch just missed high, and the count is now count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Shane Harrington. Misses low, and Harrington staying patient here, taking 3 straight pitches off balls, and now it's the full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So payoff pitch coming. Harrington looking for a pitch he can get into the gap here. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. So Harrington strikes out, and that's 2 down here in the bottom of the second. So now batting is second baseman number 2, Ryan McDonald. Takes it high for a ball. Actually, I'm sorry, I actually pronounced it wrong. It's Max McDonald. And takes it for a strike. And that just missed. And that's in there for a strike. So Ryan McDonald down. Pitch, ground ball, right. It goes right to the second baseman, throws on to first, and that will do it. So a 1-2, 1-2-3. Bottom of the second for the Milton Wildcats. And Walpole can't get anything going there. So we're through 2 innings of baseball. So back to the top of the third. And so first up to bat for Milton is number 5, Harry Hinkle. He took a pitch low for ball 1. Mike St. Martin back on the mound here. The Wildcat for the Timberwolves, and pop up, and it's gonna go foul right near the Wildcats dugout. So Mikey St. Martin so far, he's got 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts so far in 2 innings of work. In there for us, I think that was a strike. Ground ball, down the line. St. Martin on the run, throws, and it just goes high. So Harry Hinkle beats it out, and I think that will go down as an infield single for Harry Hinkle, so that's be an infield single for him. And Milton has a man on first base. St. Martin checks Hinkle at first base. The pitch. In there for a strike. It goes foul, out of play. It was the pitcher, Scott Longo, at bat for Milton, and he fouls that off. Ground ball, foul, out of play. And a line drive. Oh, what a play! The throw to first is in time to get him! Oh my goodness! Walpole pulls off a double play. That was a nice job. That was a nice job by Shane Harrington out there in shortstop. He gets the line out and then goes on to gets Hinkle at first base. So get the double play. So that was a 4-3 double play, and that's 2 quick outs for Walpole. And their first strike. Just low in the dirt for a ball. Swing and a miss. So that was number 19, Nick Antonevich, a senior. Line drive, right in the center field, a base hit. So St. Martin, that's 3 hits he's given up so far. So now batting for the Milton Wildcats will be number 11, the junior Ryan Kelly. And it looks like Milton's going to get a pinch runner on here. And it looks like that's number 3, Tyron B, to pinch run. As it's in there for a strike. And then that's Mike McGee, the junior for Milton. So back to first, not in time. So Ryan Kelly still looking for a pitch here, as Mike St. Martin keeps a good eye on Kieran at first base, and a fly ball that's going to go foul towards the stands and out of play. Just misses for a ball. Fly ball, and it's going to go Foul. Out of play. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ryan Kelly on strikes. When I'm looking you back to the bottom of the third, Walpole, Milton still down 2-zip, and now up to bat, leading off for the ball, the tip Walpole, and the bottom of the third will be number 16, the right fielder Jackson Marshall. First pitch is taken low for a ball one. Scott Longo hasn't allowed one hit so far. He only has one walk, 2 strikeouts. Marshall was going to bunt, but it's in there for a ball. In there for a strike. Tries to bunt, and it's fouled. And it's in there for strike 3. So Scott Longo gets his 3rd strikeout and strikes out Jackson Marshall looking. So next up is the catcher, number 25, Drew Cantrell. And he fouls it off for strike 1. So we have both Cantrell brothers in the lineup today. So you have Drew and Cash. So Drew is the catcher today. And he fouls off another pitch, as that will go foul. So count is no balls, 2 strikes to Drew Cantrell. And that's just misses for a ball. Just misses low. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Drew Cantrell holds it down to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a line drive to center, and that will be cut out there for out number 2. So 2 down here in the, so that's 2 down. So 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And now brings up the pitcher, number 14, Mikey St. Martin. That misses low for ball 1. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We go back to the top of the order, and it's Cass Cantrell. My mistake. So Cass Cantrell. So it looks like Mike St. Martin is not gonna bat. Well, not bad in this game. Just misses for a ball. So 2 down. So Jackson Marshall struck out. Drew Cantrell flies out, and now Cass Cantrell up and takes it for a strike. So let's see what the other Cantrell brother can do here.
And Cash Cantrell calls for time. Sunny, cloudy afternoon today. Sun has been shining in and out. Very warm today, around 76 degrees today. Definitely a warm spring afternoon. Here's the pitch. Fouls behind the screen. And we're going to have a pitcher's a visit by the catcher so mound visit here as Walpole still down 2-0 to Milton. A swing and a miss, and Cantrell's racing down to first. They'll throw and the throw gets away. So Cantrell, it will go down as a strikeout. But Cass Cantrell's on first base. So Cantrell at first base with 2 down, and now brings up the third baseman, number 6, Paul Whalen. Whalen 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. Just misses, ball 1. Next pitch, foul out of play. Count 1-1. Was going to go, and he gets back to the bag safely. Just misses again for a ball. And that was a strike, and Paul Whalen thought that was ball 4. And Trell takes his lead again. Sun starting to shine here. Paul Whalen looking for the pitch. Here it comes. Cantrell grows. It's a ground ball right back to Longo, and he'll throw on to first for the out. So that would do it for Walpole here in the bottom of the third. So we are through 3 innings, and Milton still leads 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. All right, we head now to the top of the 4th. Well, Milton still leads 2-0. So leading off for the Wildcats is number 2, Timmy Cross. And Cross takes it for strike 1. Cross grounded out his first time up. High pop-up right to Mr. Whalen, and he'll make the catch. So Paul Whalen gets the ground out, and gets the fly out, the pop-up, and it's 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Inside, ball 1. High pop-up coming right towards me, and that's going to go foul. So up to bat for Milton is Brady Divant. So Divant. And he swings and misses. A swing and a miss there. Just misses for a ball. Count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Misses low in the ball, low in the dirt. Count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball right back to St. Martin. He'll throw to Hayes at first, 2 down. So 2 down here in the top of the 4th, and now batting for Milton is number 7, Peter Buckley. Buckley, he singled his first time up. In there for strike 1. And a line drive into, it gets through the gap in for a base hit. Buckley going around second. Here comes the throw. It is. He is safe. He is safe. Oh my goodness. So Peter Buckley gets his second hit of the day. First a single and now a double. That was one heck of a throw. That was one heck of a throw by Jackson Marshall. Jackson Marshall out there in right field, but Peter Buckley beats it out. First pitch, strike 1. So Peter Buckley on. There's still 2 down here on the top of the 4th. And now brings up number 11, Ryan Kelly. Ground ball, throw on to first, and that will do it. Actually, that retires Teddy Dunn, and he'll ground that, and that will do it. Well, we head now to the bottom of the 4th. Walpole still down 2-0 to Milton. And leading off for the Timberwolves will be number 9, the center fielder, Quinn McNeil. McNeil struck out in his first at bat. And it looks like we got a little. There was a little bit of there was something going on in the outfield. Some kids were in the outfield, so umpires were telling they had to move. So play will resume here. So McNeil to lead it off. Walpole's trying to look for get some runs here. Misses low for ball 1. And McNeil fouls it off. Next pitch, foul out of play. Pitch. And that's in there for strike 3. So McNeil strikes out looking. So McNeil strikes out for the second time Now leading off for the Timberwolves will be the DH, number 5, Cole Pileski. Pileski, he grounded out his first time up. Scott Lango so far, he has allowed no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts so far in his outing. That misses high. That misses way high for a ball. Number 17, Richie Hayes waits on deck. Just misses, ball 2. So counts 2 balls, no strikes. No strikes to Kopaleski. It's a little tapper and his goes foul. So count 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one is fouled behind the screen. So count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kopaleski. And that missed is high for ball 3, so full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul, out of play. And a swing and a miss. And throwing to first, and that will complete the strikeout. So Plesky strikes out, and that's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. So 2 down, and that brings up now first baseman number 17, Richie Hayes. Hayes lined it out. He lined out to third base his first time up. Hayes lines it. It's right to the gap. The second baseman goes back, and it's not going to have a throw. So Richie Hayes reaches on a single, and that's the first hit given up by Scott Lango, and now Walpole has a man on with 2 down. So 2 down. Richie Hayes now at first base, and now brings up the shortstop number 17, number 1, Shane Harrington. And he takes it low for ball 1. Waiting on deck for Walpole is number 2, the second baseman, Ryan McDonald. Waits on deck. Low, ball 2. So count 2 balls, no strikes on Harrington. Hayes takes his lead. The 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. So count 2 balls, 1 strike. That's in there for strike 2. And he evens the count at 2 balls. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hayes takes his lead once again. The 2-2 pitch coming from Scott Longo, and and the ball gets away, and Hayes is on his way to second. So so that'll go down as that'll be a wild pitch, and Richie Hayes is now in scoring position at second base. So then the count is now full. The full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and on Harrington. And it looks like Walpole's gonna have a pinch runner. They're gonna pinch run for Richie Hayes, and it looks like it's gonna be I do not know who the pinch runner is for Walpole, and I'll find out as the game continues. So full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Shane Harrington. Winner takes the lead at second. The pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Down goes Harrington on strikes. So Harrington strikes out, and that will do it for Walpole. So Harrington strikes out for the second time, and that will do it for Walpole in the 4th. So we're through 4 innings so far. Milton still lead 2-0. We'll head now to the top of the 5th. So here we go, top of the 5th. Milton still lead 2-zip. And now first up to bat for the Milton Wildcats, number 17, Jack Naughton. Naughton takes it for strike 1. So Mike St. Martin back on the mound here for his 5th inning of work. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts so far. Ground ball right to Richie Hayes. Hayes stops it, throws to St. Martin at first, and he got him. So nice play, nice job by Richie Hayes, and nice job by St. Martin to cover first base, and they get Jack Naughton, and that's 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Now batting for Milton is number 5, Harry Hinkle. Hinkle, he struck out, and he's also got a single today. So he's high fly to center. Back goes Marshall, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down here in the top of the 2 quick outs for Walpole, and now batting is number 13, the pitcher Scott Lango, who he struck. Last at bat he hit into a double play his last at bat. Scott Longo he's done an amazing job so far. He hasn't even allowed a run in an innings, and he swings and misses. Swings and misses there on a strike. So Longo hasn't allowed a run yet, and Walpole, and he's still able to hold Walpole, and it's only held them to 1 hit. Takes it low for a ball. Low for a ball. Ground ball right to Paul Whalen. Steps up, throws, and he got him! So that's going to do it for Milton. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Mike St. Martin, and that'll do it for Milton in the top of the 5th. Walpole still down by 2-0, and leading off for the Timberwolves will be the second baseman, number 2, Ryan McDonald. McDonald he grounded out his first time up. In there for strike 1. Just missed low. Count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pop up and goes foul. Right to the right towards near the Milton dugout. This is for a ball. Count 2-1. And a line drive into right field, a base hit. So Ryan McDonald lines one to right field, and and that's the second hit for Walpole in Walpole in the game. So get a runner at first, tying run, not coming to the plate, and it brings out the right fielder, number 15, Ryan Jackson Marshall. Marshall, he struck out his first time up. It's a bunt, and Marshall's out, but it advances the runner to second. Advances Ryan McDonald to second base with one down. So one down here in the bottom of the fifth. Walpole has a man in scoring position with one down, and that brings up now the catcher, number 25, Drew Cantrell, who in his first he flew out his first time up. And he pops one up, goes right into the sun. 3-men are going back, and right field calls it, and he'll make the catch. And that's out number 2. So 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth, and now we'll go back to the top of the order, and up now is the left fielder, number 10, Cass Cantrell. So far, he's walked so far in the game. Takes it low, ball 1. Down, misses low for a ball. So Ryan McDonald at second base. 2 down. That's low for a ball again. So Cass Cantrell staying patient here. And he'll take it for a strike. Cantrell line, and it goes foul right towards the Milton dugout. So Cantrell staying alive here. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cantrell represents the tying run. The first run is at second base. Checks the runner, the 2-2. Ground ball right to the second baseman, throws on to first, and that's gonna do it. So Walpole he had an opportunity there to get some runs on the board, but failed to get anything going. So we're through 5 innings of baseball. So we'll head to the top of 6. Milton still leading by two runs. We head down to the top of the 6th. Milton still lead 2-0. So Mike St. Martin back on the mound here for the Timberwolves. Now leading up to batting for Milton Wildcats will be number 19, the senior, Nick Antonevich. Takes it low for ball 1. And a line drive to left, and it's going to be caught. It's caught out there by Cass Cantrell for the first out of the inning. So 2 down here, so 1 down here in the top of the 6th, and now batted for the Wildcats will be number 11, junior Ryan Kelly. Kelly has struck out twice in the game. 0 for 2. Takes it, strike 1. And Kelly lines it into left field, a base hit. So Kelly with a single, with one out single here. And now it brings up number 2 for batting for Milton, number 2, the senior Timmy Cross. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner coming for Milton for Ryan Kelly. And it looks like it's going to be number 6, Mikey McGee, is going to pinch run. Takes it for a ball. Just missed. Ball 2. St. Martin checks the runner at first. Throws back. Pickoff play, not in time. Pitch is gonna miss inside for a ball. In there for strike 2. And that's low for ball 4. So that's only the second walk allowed by Mike St. Martin. And Milton has 2 runners on. Now batting for Milton will be number 15, the senior right fielder, Brady S. And it looks like the Milton coach is coming out to, I think it's the pitching coach, going to try to come talk to St. Martin. And then there's only one, and after getting the first out, he allowed a single, and then a walk. And there's still 1 down here in the inning. Brady Stuyvesant, and he'll take it for ball 1. So Stuyvesant, so far, hasn't gotten a hit yet. Probably grounded out so far. High pop up. And that's going to be caught out there. Going to be caught for out number 2. And it was caught by Shane Harrington, the shortstop, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And that brings up now the junior, number 7, Peter Buckley. And so far, Buckley he's 2 for 2 on the day. He's got a single, and then last time he doubled. Looks like the coach is going to do another mound visit to talk to St. Martin. And it looks like Walpole has somebody warming up in the bullpen right now. So we'll see what happens. So we'll see if the coach will keep St. Martin in there. And he'll face Tim Buckley. Like I said, 2 for 2 today. He singled, first bat singled, and then last at bat he doubled. Buckley takes it, ball 1. In there for strike 1. So count 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball, nice dive by St. Martin, throws and got him! What a play by Mikey St. Martin with a diving catch, and then throws at the runner at first. So that will do it for the top of the 6th. Milton had 2 runners on, but nothing going. So Walpole still has a chance. They're still down by 2. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Right, and we'll be right back. Right after we'll be back right after this. So we head now to the bottom of the 6th. Walpole still down 2-0. So leading off for Walpole will be the third baseman, number 6, Paul Whalen. He struck out and grounded out so far. And Whalen lines it into center field, a base hit. So Paul Whalen gets his first hit of the day. And Walpole's got a runner at first. So Paul Whalen at first base, and now brings up the center fielder, number 9, Quinn McNeil. He struck out twice. Twice so far. Takes it, strike 1. And a line drive, that's going to be foul. Boy, and that was a bullet, and McNeil really wanted that. And a swing and a miss. And down goes McNeil on strikes. He strikes out for the 3rd time in this game. So there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Now brings up the DH, number 5, Cole Pileski. He grounded out and struck out. And looks like he was almost hit by the pitch. A wild pitch, and Whalen's going to go to second. So a wild pitch there, and Paul Whalen is now in scoring position with 1 down. So ball 1. After that wild pitch, ball 1 to Cole Pileski, the DH. Longo checks the runner at second. The pitch. And he lines it into right field, a base hit. From around third goes Whalen. Pileski going to second. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. And just like that, Walpole is just down by 1 run. So Cole Pileski with an RBI double, and Walpole is just down by 1 run. So an RBI double by the DH Cole Pileski, and now it's a 1-run game. So it now brings up the first baseman, number 17, Richie Hayes. He singled his last time up. Hayes takes it, strike 1. It looked like a fastball, and Pileski it was a bullet to right field, and Paul Whalen is coming around to score to make it a 1-run game. Hayes takes a big hack, swing and a miss, and Hayes down, and now no balls, 2 strikes to Richie Hayes. So still 1 down here. Hayes fouls it. Umpire says that he fouled it, so Hayes stays alive at no balls, 2 strikes. So Pileski at second represents the tying run. Hayes the go-ahead run. And that is called strike 3. And Hayes strikes out. So 2 down. That's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And now batting for Walpole, the shortstop, number 1, Shane Harrington. Harrington is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Pileski's still at second. And now 2 down. Swing and a miss for strike one. Walpole trying to get back into this game. Down by a run here. A close game. This has been a really close game. Harrington lines it. That right to the second baseman. Throws. It's off. His foot was off the bag. So Harrington will reach on an RBI. He'll reach on an infield single. So an infield single for Shane Harrington. Walpole have 2 runners in the corner with 2 down. So we'll have a mound visit here by the Milton coach, as Scott Longo has already given up now. Already given up now 6 hits in the game. And he's allowed his first run. So Cole Pileski at third represents the tying run. Shane Harrington at first represents the go-ahead run. And now batting for Walpole will be number 2, the second baseman, number 2, Ryan McDonald. He's 1 for 2. He grounded out and then he singled his last at bat. So both runners take their lead. Pileski at third, Harrington at first. Pitch is in there. It misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss. So count 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan McDonald. There goes the runner, and if ball goes foul behind the screen. So count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan McDonald. This is a really close ball game, folks. This game will definitely have implications in the power rankings for sure. Anyone's ball game. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan McDonald. Runners take their lead. The pitch is a foul. It's going to come right towards me here, and it goes foul out of play. So McDonald staying alive. He's staying alive here, being aggressive at the plate, staying alive, not giving the pitcher any opportunity to get the advantage on him. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners take their lead. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Down goes McDonald. So McDonald strikes out, and that's gonna do it. So Walpole gets a run back on an RBI double by Cole Pileski. And it's now a 1-run ball game. So we'll head now to the top of the 7th. It's a 1-run game. I want to welcome you back to the top of the 7th. Walpole, Mike St. Martin back on the mound for his 7th inning. Walpole got a run back in the bottom of the 6th to make it a 1-run game. High fly ball to center, and that's going to be caught. They'll be caught out there by Quinn McNeil for the first out of the inning. And that retires Teddy Dunn for the first out. So 1 down here, and brings up down number 17, sophomore Jack Naughton. Misses ball 1. Looks like Milton has somebody warming up in the bullpen right now. And so does Walpole. High fly to right. Back goes Jackson Marshall. And he will make the catch. So Jackson Marshall had to go way back out there in the outfield to make the catch, and that's two quick outs here in the top of the 7th. So 2 down. So two quick outs here, both fly balls, and Mike St. Martin is only just 1 out away from getting out of this inning with unscathed. In there for strike 1, and that's on number 5, Harry Hinkle. Hinkle so far has struck out struck out, flied out, and singled. He's 1 for 3. Sorry, 1 for 2 on the day. And he takes it low for a ball. Ground ball, right to Paul Whalen. Whalen steps up, throws. He got him. He got him. And so with that out there, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Walpole. So the Timberwolves are now still alive as we'll head now to the bottom of the 7th. We head now to the bottom of the 7th. Walpole down by a run. They need 2 runs to win. So leading off for the Timberwolves will be swing and a miss for strike 1. And it looks like it's we have a pinch hitter for Walpole. Looks like it's number 3. It's Michael Federer. Oh no, sorry, it's actually Mike Pileski. It's Cole Pileski's brother at bat, facing off against the new pitcher for Milton, Raphael C. And a swing and a miss, and down goes Pileski for the first out of the inning. So 1 down here, and now brings up number 25. Catcher Drew Cantrell. And Cantrell lines it, and that hits his third base coach. And he had to watch out, but wow, that was a bullet right in his back. And that's strike 1. So Cantrell represents the tying run. Takes it low for a ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strikes on Drew Cantrell. And Cantrell lines it to left, and that's going to be, they're saying it's caught. It was caught out there in left field. So caught out there, and that's 2. And that's 2 down, and Walpole is down to their last out. And it's all in the hands now of number 10, the left fielder, Cash Cantrell. Cantrell grounded out. He's walked. He represents the tying run. Can Walpole can Walpole get a runner on? Ground ball, foul. Cantrell stays alive. Walpole needs a run to tie, 2 to win. But there's 2 quick outs here in the inning. Catch take, and it's gonna get away from the catcher. That'll be a ball. Cantrell and the ball gets fouled, so Cantrell stays alive. If they can, Paul Whalen waits on deck. Here comes the pitch. Cantrell lines it. That's going to be It's going to be foul. It just goes foul. Oh, man, did Cass Cantrell really wanted that. So Cantrell fouls, and they'll do it again. Cantrell lines it right to the third baseman. Here comes the throw. It is. He is out. He is out at first base, and that is going to do it, folks. So Walpole. So Walpole. It was definitely a close ball game than anyone expected. Definitely a really close one. Milton led it early, and then Walpole got back. They got a run in the bottom of the sixth, but Milton was able to hang on in the bottom of the seventh. So that will do it here. That'll do it here from Walpole Middle School. The final score in this game is the Milton Wildcats 2, your Walpole Timberwolves 1. I'm Antonio Cesare for Walpole Media Corporation, saying so long and see you next time.